in Gyeonggi-san, Dojian.
All right, guys, here we are on Shakuris Plateau, and in the yellow, in the upper left, getting one win already for mouz, it is none other than HasuObs. And in the upper right, from the team Quantic Gaming, spent some time in Korea a little bit earlier this year, but now he's back in the U.S., I believe. It is QxG.Destiny.
All right, so here we go, guys. Destiny versus HasuObs, and I think this is going to be an entertaining game for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now, there was, if you guys remember, Destiny was also called in against mouz Sports in Team Arena Challenge 1. In the finals, he ended up playing Maro. I believe it was Maro,
okay.
and Maro ended up playing Terran against him, of course, because he race picks Terran whenever he faces a Zerg, doesn't like playing CVZ. Of course, former very high-level Terran player at that.
Yeah.
And 11-11 reacts to him. The game was 4 minutes. And
go.
many tables were flipped in chat, but hopefully we're going to see a little bit longer game now, especially as HasuObs is already throwing down that pylon at the front. We may see some shenanigans, but it looks like it's going to be a quick expo out of him.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see Destiny pick this map, actually. It's traditionally known as a map that's a little bit better for Protoss than Zerg, I would say. It's very difficult for Zerg to hold a third on this map against Protoss. I think I've got an idea about what Destiny's plan might be. I've got a feeling he's going to go for a 2-base Roach Ling timing here. He wants his opponent to Forge Expand so he can try to break up that wide ramp and kill him. We have seen that build used very successfully against Protoss quite a bit in StarCraft 2. It was especially popular in Korea about 6 months ago or so, but it still remains a very, very, very strong all-in from Zerg. So I don't know. I've got a plan. I mean, I've got a feeling about that plan. Given the map, given the matchup, we'll kind of have to wait and see.
All right. Well, it looks like the expansion is already being pylon blocked at the moment. Of course, Destiny had decided to go pool first right from the start, so we would have Lings out to go ahead and break that down as quick as possible. And we'll see how long it takes. Oh, looks like the pylon actually got canceled there. I imagine another one will come up here in just a second. No, Destiny actually getting down the hatchery just at about the perfect time. So a little bit of a micro misstep there from HasuObs. Destiny gets down his expansion. His opponent, though, let's see here. Nothing too unpredictable about this. It was Forge, then Nexus, then Photon Cannon.
Yep, he's going to have the gateway there in a moment, too. Got to say, nice little job by Destiny to get that hatchery down early on. He's also going to get this probe here. He is known for having really good micro. I mean, I will admit, I'm not a big Destiny stream watcher. I've never really watched him. A lot of what he's seen, I've seen of highlights and just other games I've casted of him.
Sure.
I love his creativity, especially in ZVZ.
Yeah, definitely.
But he has traditionally lacked in kind of solid standard play. So even though I've got a feeling that we're going to see that 2-base Roach Ling timing, I hope I'm wrong. I would love to see just a long, strong game from Destiny here.
Well, we'll find out. You know, as there was a time there when I remember when he played the set of games against Huck that he actually sent in to us for IPL TV. It was one of our highest viewed nights as well. I think we had like 12,000, 13,000 people watching for just a random night of streaming. And the games were actually incredible, super long macro games.
Awesome.
And so hopefully, yeah, I agree with you. I think we're going to see something timing oriented. But Destiny has always been the kind of player, and he tells me that, you know, a lot of players, especially in ZVZ, but in other matchups as well, are still very unfamiliar with the super, super late game, and he figures if he can practice on that and work towards moving towards that late game as much as possible, then he's going to have an advantage, but we'll see if that rings true here.
Yeah, it's very true.
And looks like he's just about to have enough gas for that Zergling speed. There it is. Not pulling himself off of gas quite yet, nor is he getting Zergling speed. There it is, but still not pulling himself off of gas. Good map control, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he decides to use that gas for. Notice the second cannon going up for HasuObs, so he may have kind of the similar idea here. He has done, I believe that's a complete wall off.
Yes.
Just wanting to stay very, very safe. Actually, there
well,
might
is
be
there
a
a little
gap
space right there?
between the Cyber Core and
yeah,
the cannon.
there is.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so he can easily fill that with a Zealot. But yeah, I mean, he wants to stay extra safe. He is going for a Stargate as well.
Yes.
And that could punish Destiny's quick third if HasuObs decides to do that. We'll probably see Destiny get some anti-air, though. It looks like he's not going to go for that 2-base. I was wrong. I'm so happy that I was wrong, actually.
Yeah.
And now we probably will see a fast Evo chamber from Destiny to kind of get ready for the quite distinct possibility of airplay coming from his Protoss opponent.
Definitely. I'm really curious how quick he goes into layer tech as well, as he has been mining gas this entire time. So starting to build up quite a bit of that on the side, and droning up very effectively, though. He's going to be, let's see here, he's got 2 more coming out, so 44 drones already, about the 7-minute mark, so his macro's looking pretty good. His opponent, on the other hand, though, looks like filling that with a sentry for the time being, just so we can get back with the Zealots. I'm sure Destiny will take a good look at that wall and back away as soon as he sees the cannons, and he does.
Yep. And Roach Warren going in for Destiny as well as the lair. So, oh, there's the Evo chamber as well. Yep, so it looks like he wants to do some sort of Roach upgrades. And that can, of course, be very, very strong against Protoss. And it's a good map for that, too, because you can get the Roaches out in the middle there, get some nice concaves going on the Protoss army. So we'll kind of have to see how that all goes. In the meantime, HasuObs getting that +1 weapons, too. So let's see, how many gateways does he have right now?
It's just the one, because he's been producing a bunch of Void Rays. The second Void Ray actually coming out. It is revealed now, so we already see some Spore Crawlers going down for Destiny. 2 inside of the main, and 2 at the natural, and now 2 at the third as well. So 6 altogether. It commits a lot of drones and economy, but he is going to stay extra safe against this.
Yep, doesn't look like HasuObs is going to get aggressive with those Void Rays right away, though. I've got a feeling he's going to be going for that +1 Zealot gateway timing that so many people have been doing lately. He's going up to 6 gates, but we'll see. Okay, he is sending a Void Ray across now, but sometimes you just kind of poke with the Void Ray a little bit.
Sure.
Just to maybe draw a few more spores and kind of see what your opponent is up to. And then when you hit with your gateway Void Ray army with the upgrade, it's just that much stronger because they've had to spend that much more on the Spore Crawlers too. So
looks like it's going to be put pretty quick 3-base infestation pit now for Destiny, as he already has that on the way with +1 Carapace as well. So pretty good flexibility if he decides to go Roach Infester, if this is just a gateway to later tech in the game now. So gateways 5 and 6 just about to finish up for HasuObs. Looks like he catches 1 drone and gets the second as well. Oh, actually a few, actually a train of those moving their way down. Destiny's going to need to get up there with that Queen. Oh, 4 drones have fallen. Looks like another one possibly going to go down. No, looks like Spore Crawler in range now, but another one was making its way back out.
Void Ray's gotten quite a few kills already here. No forward pylons, though, it looks like, for HasuObs just yet. Excuse me. So it looks like he will want to stay a little bit safer. He may just decide to warp everything in his main and just kind of move across the map with the probe, too. That's also a possibility.
Very possible.
Saving up some resources right now, too, so he's going to be using that on something soon.
Yeah, let's see what it's going to be. Destiny has quite a few resources as well, but it looks like it's all going to Lings and Roaches now. A lot actually coming out, as a matter of fact. Pathogen Glands is at that point now where you can start Infestors, and they'll have the energy. Yeah, it looks like one started right away, but of course they are a big gas sink, and there's not a lot of gas for Destiny right now. He's mining off of 6 gases at the moment, so it's a pretty good collection rate. But HasuObs, he has got a pretty strong force right now, but he is backed by about 30 supply. Destiny macroing pretty well.
Yep, he's got that +1 weapons upgrade. He's got a lot of gateways out there. He's got a couple Void Rays as well, so he is definitely ready to do a pretty strong push against Destiny. Destiny is making a lot of units right now, but this map, you have to be very, very careful about how you engage.
Yeah,
drawing some force fields out right there. A good engagement for Destiny would be to try to get them if they try to actually poke into one of the bases. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Distracting at the third, running some Void Rays in there, running some Zealots in as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, and he's actually trapped most of the army here on the low ground. So let's see, does Destiny have anything to stop this? Yeah, it looks like he's now starting to filter in with a bunch of Roaches. Oh, nice job, Fungal Growth on the Void Ray. Everything has really gone down. A 50 supply advantage now for Destiny, so he's pulling a good advantage at this game. He really needs to kill this army at the front. Looks like Warping around the back was going to try and have him, but a pretty good flank there. And HasuObs has his entire army trapped, so no blink or anything to try and get away, and everything is going to fall.
Yep, Destiny played that exactly right. Waited for HasuObs to overcommit and try to actually attack one of the bases with his army, then just surrounded him. Cleaned that up really easily. These Zealots are going to do a little bit of damage, but nothing that Destiny can't handle here.
Yeah,
looks like
absolutely.
The Infestor's just going to headbutt them, apparently.
Hey, guys, I'm here.
I
want to help you. Oh, bye-bye, Infestor. He blows up.
Ouch. Well, no anti-air in that Roach army for Destiny, though, and HasuObs actually is putting on a good amount of pressure here with these Zealots.
Yeah, certainly.
Very nicely done to kind of salvage that, and a Dark Shrine and Blink on the way for HasuObs as well, so the harassy-oriented play is not going to end anytime soon for this guy.
Yeah, well, he's kind of got to do something to make his way back in it right now because Destiny is just straight up out macroing his opponent at the moment. He's over double the supply right now. He's got a bunch of infestors that just popped out. He is losing some workers, yes, but we'll see if he just decides to counter push and make a big attack here in a bit.
Well, you notice he's trying to get in there and kill those spore crawlers with the zealots, but that's kind of ended. So I don't think these DTs are going to do a whole lot of damage. And like you mentioned too, he's just so far behind on supply right now that it's getting to that point where unless he does damage soon, Destiny is just going to really easily overrun him.
Yeah. So let's see here. A bunch of infestors out now. What does that bring the count to? 5, as a matter of fact. HasuObs, though, obviously hasn't been able to comfortably take another base. The Dark Shrine did just finish up. I don't think there's any forward pylons down, though, so everything's going to have to be warped back at home at the moment. And looks like there's a spore crawler over at the natural. There's still one over at the third and the main as well. So detection shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Yep, that is correct here. HasuObs, like you mentioned, he's really sitting on 2 bases for a long, long time here. I mean, it would be tough to hold a third, but he's got to think about taking one pretty soon. If he doesn't, this is just going to be it here. I think he might just be going all in with this. I'll have to kind of see how Destiny handles it.
Yeah.
I got to say, too, Destiny's just done an excellent job responding to everything that's happened in this game, too. Nothing has really phased him here, and this army, oh, man, if they get fungled, that army is not going to go anywhere.
No, and it looks like, oh, wow, actually one infestor is going to go down. No! Fungal growth pinning that in place. The infestor survives with just 1 hit point, and HasuObs trying to seek that out, but it looks like with the fungal and the queen, that is going to die. By Void Ray, the rest of the units moving through the front. Looks like a couple of DTs trying to sneak in behind, but a fungal growth pinning all of those in place, and HasuObs is just going to lose everything.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm pretty surprised he moved in with that. I mean, he did have Blink, but with infestors out, he had to know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, the DTs do manage to kill off one of the spore crawlers, but luckily, brother spore crawler is there to pick up the slack.
Hive Tech and Aspire coming up at the same time now for Destiny, so we'll be able to switch over to Broodlords pretty quickly as they'll start that Greater Spire shortly thereafter. Looks like he's got a few Spine Crawlers sitting down as well, just to make sure that he stays extra safe. Of course, his opponent now producing 2 Colossi at a time, trying to make a big switch at the moment, but now he's down 185 supply to 87 at the moment.
Oops, losing a couple infestors there. And HasuObs does get away.
Yes, he does, as a matter of fact. I mean, he's going to back up to his base right now where there's a bunch more Stalkers appearing, and there are going to be some Colossi here in about 30 seconds, but Destiny, obviously doesn't see another base up right now. Caught the probe as it was trying to put something down, but unfortunately, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, no third base for HasuObs this game. I think it's going to be pretty tough for him to take and hold one at all at this point. And his army moving out to the map is just so small. He's producing Colossi right now, but there's just such a high roach count. I don't know how much that's actually going to help. He is making 2 at once, though, so that is a lot of DPS.
Yes. Yeah, but we do have a Greater Spire coming up for Destiny now, and it's going to be here in about 80 seconds or so. Taking a look, I'm surprised that he hasn't taken a 4th, to be perfectly honest. Looks like he's sitting only on 61 drones at the moment, so he does have a pretty big army to go along with that. There's the third base coming out of HasuObs, but that may be a little bit of a case of too little, too late.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Destiny, like you mentioned, could be taking a few more bases himself, but with the DTs out there, it might be very annoying to actually hold those. So he's just going to go into a big, heavy 3-base Broodlord Roach army, and that's going to be plenty, I think, to handle HasuObs.
And that Dark Templar trying to catch up to the Infestor, but it looks like it's going to die. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay, so Destiny is max right now. He is expanding to his 4th as his Greater Spire is about to finish up, so he will be able to move into Broodlords pretty quickly after this. But I think he has enough to start to take his opponent head-on or start trading armies at the moment. And it looks like he is going to make his way up. Gets one Infestor killed. Does use the energy on the second one. Fungal Growth pinning down a couple of Zealots in place. Doesn't look like he wants to engage quite yet. He does have a couple of upgrades coming up behind this.
Yep, yeah, I mean, he probably could beat the army right now, but there's no reason to take that risk, especially when he's getting Corruptors and Broodlords and things like that. He can kind of just sit back, try to make sure that this third never actually finishes, and he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
And will he be able to prevent the third? It's got a lot of hit points on it here. It's almost finishing. Is HasuObs going to cancel? That's a big army for Destiny. Oh, the Nexus does finish.
Yeah, and it looks like he's swinging around from the bottom as well. We'll see if this is going to be enough. Picking off Colossi now. Yeah, the Nexus finishes, so if it ends up going down, that's going to be a lot of minerals gone. for HasuObs, and he is actually starting to lose the vast majority of his units now. That Nexus looks like it is going to fall. Bye-bye third base. Colossus backing itself up at the moment, and indeed, Destiny is getting into that max remax stage right now as he still has a lot of banked resources on those 4 bases, and it looks like he is just going to try and push his way right through the front wall.
Yep, he's going for the kill, and those roaches are going to take a lot of damage from those Colossi.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was the best idea for Destiny. I mean, he's obviously got a better economy, so he's going to be able to reproduce this, but kind of throwing some units away here. Yeah, it's actually they're getting him farther than I thought they would, honestly.
It looks like he's just trying to
there.
max and remax over and over again. So Destiny trying to pull away those changelings for a second as he takes a look around the base and sees the probes transferring down, and that's really not a lot of mining left for HasuObs at the moment. Let's go ahead and take a look now. He does have +3 weapons on the way. Aw, hear all those changelings just dying.
Horrible.
Bye. All right, 4 Broodlords now popping up. And it looks like he's going to have enough resources for a couple more here in a second. But again, would think that he's going to start just overwhelming the map and taking a bunch of bases.
Yep, Destiny actually making a Hydralisk den right now. That's kind of an interesting choice, given that he saw his opponent was going for Colossi. I wonder what prompted that tech choice. Because really, I mean, Broodlord, Corruptor, Roach is more than enough to handle everything that HasuObs has. You know, make sure a couple Infestors are in there, of course, to do exactly what we saw there, just to handle the DTs. So I don't think he's ever going to really need that Hydralisk den, but deciding, hey, why not? Just build everything.
And here come the Broodlords now. They're going to start sieging up this next base, and that's not really going to stand a chance. It's going to force HasuObs' hand a little bit. It looks like he's just going to GG. He sees the Broodlords there. So Destiny taking a game for Quantic there, and they tie it up 1-1.
Yep, yeah, he played really well that game. HasuObs tried some tricky stuff, and Destiny was not fazed by it at all.